The iPhone 17's release has been tumultuous for the PWM-sensitive community, to say the least. Everyone got their hopes up when the new display smoothing accessibility option was announced, but it turns out the new option only changes things below 25% brightness. Even then, there's no change to the dimming frequency or the peak modulation. What's happening here is that Apple is switching from PWM, which is pulse width modulation, to PAM, which is pulse amplitude modulation. That means the brightness is no longer controlled by the amount of time the screen is off under 25% brightness. Instead, Apple is using a method that adjusts the brightness dip during each refresh cycle to create a more sine-like wave instead of a square wave pattern like PWM typically creates. It's a concept that's been tried by a few companies in similar ways. Honor and OnePlus immediately come to mind, usually calling it Ultra Anti-Flicker or something similar. Most of us immediately turn that off, switching back to DC-like dimming or single stripe as it's sometimes called. Apple didn't do that, and the results have been mixed. Some people say the new iPhone 17 setting works for them, but more often than not, I'm seeing PWM-sensitive people say it doesn't. What's clear to me is that this is not the solution we expected. I've seen some people say that Apple is lying when it says this new accessibility option disables PWM, but that's not true. It does disable pulse width modulation, but it doesn't change the things that really mattered: frequency and, of course, modulation rate. These are the two most important factors when it comes to helping people who are sensitive to light flicker. I don't know what's in store for future iPhones or even future versions of iOS, but I know that Apple's acknowledgement of this issue is a huge deal. Even if this solution doesn't work for everyone, this company's presence changes markets, and it's very important that Apple is finally making changes, even if they haven't yet gone far enough to make a difference for most of us. Thanks so much for watching, and know that I do plan to do more analysis in the future as I get a hold of more iPhone 17 models, so stay tuned for those videos. Please subscribe if you like my content, and I'll see you in the next one.